Hi, I'm Paris, and it was 2 months ago exactly that I installed the new and improved, as seen on TV, magic mesh at our front door. As you can see, it's still on our front door. Had a couple mishaps with it. I'm going to tell you about that, and an interesting psychological phenomena that has occurred by having this in our entryway.
Epic Review Guys.
I reviewed the original as seen on TV magic mesh 2-3 years ago, and it didn't last long. I'll put a little video clip in here of what happened with that after a short while. Just had a couple of my daughter's friends come over. They thought we were decorating for Halloween. This is, I think it's been up 4 days now. I'd say very lightly used. We've gone in and out this door maybe 6 times a day. And you can see it's just pulled off the tape. This one though is still holding up. Goes for less than $20, and you can find out more about it at the link down below this video. With it installed less than a month, I came out one day, walked through it, and found a magnet and the black plastic piece that goes with it out here on the welcome mat. It had just fallen right off of it. So fortunately, the other magnets and the way this hangs does keep it mostly closed, but there's no longer a magnet on this right-hand side. As you can see, the mounting holes for it are still there, but the magnet and plastic frame is gone. One of the reasons I believe this installation of the magic mesh has held up better than my original installation, the version 1 of it, is that I used the tacks from the very beginning this time, and the tension across the top is really where most of the pulling occurs when you walk through it. And I've had the tack, this middle tack actually, it's a little loose even now, pop out once or twice as I've walked through it. Fortunately, I saw it popping out and didn't step on it and was able to put it back in place. But if you want this to last more than a couple weeks and not start falling off the door frame, you need to use those tacks. Now at first glance, the magnets seem to line up fine, and when you open it up, they close right back up. Looks like that's working fine. But there is a point of wear that you really only notice when you're walking through it. Let me see if I can find it to show you, and it's becoming more pronounced. This material is fraying. Let me see if I can grab some of the little fine threads that are coming off of it and show you. This is occurring all along the length of it. And as they break at the bottom part, the sensation of walking through this in either direction is like walking through a spider web with all the fine little cobwebs dragging along your face and arms. Here's some more a little further up. They just drag right along you as you walk through. Here's the view looking out through it. Now, so long as we don't lose any other magnets, we can continue to use it, and so long as the frame doesn't get too bad so that tends to have the magnets fall off, it'll just wear out slowly, I think, but I expect we can use this for a few more months. When there's a strong wind out of the north and someone comes into the house, sometimes at the very bottom where the magnet's missing, this will stay open for a little bit before completely closing up, but we haven't had any trouble with mosquitoes getting in. Can you see the threads blowing in the wind there? So I expect it'll last a season or two while still working reasonably well. But then there's the psychological component. Now, Jimena has friends come over a lot. Oftentimes their mothers will bring them by, and they don't know what to do when they get to this point. The doorbell is no problem because it's here, our Ring doorbell outside of it. But when they get up to the house, when we open the door, there's still a barrier here, and people just seem to treat it really weirdly. They're not sure what it is. Now, the advantage of that is with salespeople. They often come up, ring the doorbell, and then I don't know why, we must have a weird entryway, but they'll come all the way back here and then talk to me when I'm standing in the door like you see it now from this distance. However, some people, especially the ones who want you to sign something or want to hand you a pamphlet, which is a sales technique, they hand you something, and once you're holding on to it, now you're sort of committed and they won't take it back from you. They have you sort of trapped so they can talk to you. They don't know what to do. I see them with their pamphlet or their clipboard or something, and they're not sure if they should push it through here. So even though it's just a flimsy mesh, it somehow provides a fairly strong psychological barrier to salespeople from being able to get to you. And that aspect I really don't mind at all. Now, you could say it's a little unsightly, but it does do the job of keeping things outside that you'd rather not have come in. Costs between $15 and $20. You can find out more about it at the link down below this video. See you on the next review.
Shopping is easy when you know what to buy. At EpicReviewGuyz, we give it a try. What does the fox buy? Nobody knows, but before he goes shopping, he watches our videos.